What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Parker Beats. I'm a bit under the weather, but I decided that I'd make this video later in the day. I'm feeling a bit better, and I wanted to talk about NFL picks and predictions. Now, I've tried to make this video 4 or 5 times, but I've been messing up what I've been saying, and I haven't been thinking clearly straight, so I apologize if I'm kind of thinking about what I'm saying. So anyways, Tampa Bay and Minnesota. I was very surprised to see how well Tampa Bay actually did, but I think their defense is definitely one like Seattle's that has kind of been a surprise, and they've been actually doing pretty decently, but I don't know what their record is. I'm thinking it's 3-4, but I could be wrong. And Minnesota, you got Adrian Peterson back, man. You guys got to be hooking up with Ponder and Harvin, but yet they lost that game 36-17. So good job to the Buccaneers and Vikings fans. What you gonna do? So a big game that's coming up on Sunday is Washington and Pittsburgh. So we got RG3 versus Big Ben. And I've been reading a lot of the stats, and I've been saying that RG3 has been playing tremendously against elite quarterbacks. Like, he played well against the Giants, even though they lost that game. And he played well against the Saints, even though the Saints lost a bunch of their players. He still put up great numbers for his first week, so good job to him. But I'm actually going to go with the Steelers. I know it's been a weird season in the NFL, but I think Pittsburgh is, kind of starting to come around, and I think they have a good chance at winning this game with more depth. So I'm going to give that one to Pittsburgh. So Atlanta and Philadelphia. I know Atlanta is the only unbeaten team left. I think they're 6-0, and they're going up against the Eagles. Now, the Eagles have been, I don't know, 2 or 3 seasons ago, that Michael Vick had that amazing year that was like MVP candidate worthy, and yet they still lost, and they still did horribly. So, I mean, that really that sucks for Philadelphia, but I'm expecting Atlanta to go in there and keep pass rushing and keep doing the best they can. 10% of battery remaining. Get off of it. So Miami and the Jets. Really not much to talk about other than the whole overrated thing. I loved hearing about that. How they said I think it was like top 5 or top 10 overrated players. They said I think number 1 and 2 was like Tebow and Sanchez. But I like what Tony Kornheiser said on PTI, and what he said was that he's not Tebow's not really overrated, but he's more overhyped, and I completely agree with that. But I mean, what are they doing? They're making him like a run block and pass block, receiver, even running back. I mean, what are you guys doing? You guys need to get that figured out, or you need to trade him away, because this is absolutely ridiculous. I hate hearing about the Jets, and I could really care less. So the team that the Jets faced are the team I root for, the Patriots, and they're going up against St. Louis. And I think that game is being played in London, which is pretty cool that they're bringing it there, but it definitely is a long flight. And I think Gronkowski has a foot injury, so I don't think he's foot or ankle, but I don't think he's playing in that game. But I'm expecting my Patriots to win, even though St. Louis has a very improved defense. And you remember Danny Amendola, the guy who broke his collarbone? They said he was supposed to be out, 6 to 8 weeks, and it's already been 3 weeks, and he says that he's questionable for this game. So I think he'll sit out, but next week he should be playing, which is pretty cool, but I'm going to go with the Patriots. So Indianapolis at Tennessee. So Indianapolis, obviously, they got Andrew Luck, and Tennessee, I think they have Matt Hasselbeck. I think they do, yeah. I don't know how well Tennessee has been playing, but for that game, really, I don't have much to talk about other than say I think Andrew Luck is going to have a good game connecting with Reggie Wayne, and I'm expecting the Colts to win. Jacksonville at Green Bay. I don't know much about Jacksonville. I know the Green Bay Packers are definitely struggling. I know Jacksonville, obviously, Maurice Jones-Drew hasn't been playing up to par, but I'm going to go with the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. I think they definitely have the big advantage there. So Seattle at Detroit. Seattle, I cannot believe that they beat my Patriots, but they did, and they did it very impressively. Russell Wilson has been playing. He's been playing great. The Lions lost to the Bears, and the Bears, you got to give it up. They got a great defense, and they definitely stopped Stafford, and I love that big chunk of grass that was right in Stafford's helmet. But that was just straight playing the game, and it was a clean game. I don't know about the Cutler Sue hitting Cutler hit, but hey, the Bears came out with the win. So I'm gonna go with Seattle in that one because of their defense. San Diego at Cleveland. I think this is a sleeper game. I really think it is. I love what Michael Wilbon does. They're the nappers. I mean, 24-point lead and you lose 35-24. I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous. But if you lose to the Browns, that's sad. So I'm actually gonna go with the Browns. I like how they picked up their first win against the Bengals, and hopefully that momentum rides, because Cleveland does not have much to cheer about when it comes to any sport, whether it's the Blue Jackets or it's the Indians or even the Cavaliers losing the Browns. So, and Carolina at Chicago. The Bears defense played tremendously, but I want to go with Carolina. I want to see. I think Cam Newton's gonna kind of have that thing where just it really clicks, and it's going to be one of those days where he's just hitting all the open receivers, and Steve Smith, who's always played well against the Bears. So I'm going to go with the Panthers, but a very close game. So then there's Oakland and Kansas City. Not much to talk about there. I'm thinking the Chiefs will win, and hopefully Brady Quinn has a good game. The Giants and the Cowboys. So this is a game that was week 1. I think it opened up the season. I think it was Thursday night. Was it a Thursday night or Wednesday night game? One of those two. But the Giants lost to the Cowboys. Everybody was so surprised and thought the Cowboys would win, and then we realized, oh, wait a minute, they're the Cowboys, and they don't have a team anymore like they did in the, I think it was the 80s, 70s and 80s. So, yeah, you got a big stadium, but you have no talent there whatsoever. Romo's not that good. So I'm going to go with the Giants on that one, because Manning will just keep rolling. So the Saints and Broncos. So I know there was a poll question that SportsCenter asked between who is the better quarterback going into that game. Is it Manning or Breeze? I'm going to go with the Broncos. I mean, the Saints, they've had that huge hit, and they haven't been playing that well. They're, 2-4? I know Breeze has been playing tremendously, but I think that the Broncos defense will definitely stop them. And I think it will be a close game, but for a Sunday night game, it's definitely going to look good. So I'm going to go with the Broncos on that one. And the last one, last but not least, is the 49ers and Cardinals, who are playing the Monday night game. Now, in this one, I know that the San Francisco 49ers have been playing tremendously. I know that the Arizona Cardinals were 4-0, and I think somebody said they're 4-3 now. I don't see them winning against the 49ers. They've been playing well, having Vernon Davis and Alex Smith has been doing tremendously well, and the defense has been playing so well with Patrick Willis. So I'm excited. Hopefully I can watch that game and see who goes. So I'm going to do it with the 49ers, and I think it will be like a 20-point victory for them. So really, that's all my picks. Tomorrow I'll be talking about the lockout and why I find it absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, go Tigers. Hopefully you guys can win at home field, and yeah, that's really all I got to say. I'm going to try and get some rest and feel better, so see you later.